All right, you sick fucks. Ready to go back in time. Back to like Hollywood's golden age and shit.
This is gonna be good.
We're going deep on Ben-Hur today.
Super than a Roman orgy.
Fuck yeah. But this ain't some dusty history lesson. We're talking epic fucking filmmaking. Behind the scenes drama.
Oh, yeah. And we're gonna find out how a flick about some Jewish prince saved a whole studio's ass from going bankrupt.
Like totally belly out.
In 1959 MGM, they were hemorrhaging cash.
Big time. Needed a miracle.
Oh.
Like a goddamn blockbuster to end all blockbusters.
And they took a gamble, remade this old classic, Ben-Hur. It was already a hit back in the silent film days.
But these guys, they went all in. Threw an insane $15.2 million at this thing.
Biggest budget anyone had ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, these sets were so massive. Like, they could film the moon landing on them.
Easy.
10,000 extras. More horses than you can shake a stick at.
And enough camels to start a fucking caravan.
Hollywood was like, holy shit, is this genius?
Or are they completely batshit crazy?
It was a huge risk.
MGM was desperate. They needed to pull out all the stops.
And biblical epics. Those were huge back then.
Oh.
You know, like the 50s.
Totally. It was how they lured people away from their TVs, back into the theaters.
The heated spectacle.
And Ben-Hur delivered that in spades.
Oh, fuck yeah. And come on, who doesn't remember that insane chariot race?
Oh, yeah.
But today we're going deeper. Behind the scenes. Behind all the glitz and gore.
You know, how they made the sausage.
So you ready to get your hands dirty?
Born ready.
All right, so let's start with the chariot arena.
Yeah, that wasn't just some rinky-dink set.
Hell no.
They carved this massive arena out of a rock quarry, 18 acres. A masterpiece of engineering.
An entire year to
a
build
real army of workers.
and enough sand to bury a small country.
And they built 1,000 feet of track. Not for the chariots.
For the fuck out of here.
The camera dollies.
78 horses. They trained 78 goddamn horses for this one scene.
Insane.
And built 18 chariots from scratch. These guys were not fucking around.
They were in it to win it.
Talk about dedication.
Bordering on lunacy.
And Charlton Heston, the star. He was a badass.
Oh, he did a lot of his own stunts. Became a pretty good charioteer himself.
No shit.
Yeah.
I always thought they used stuntmen for like everything.
Well, there was this one stuntman, got thrown from a chariot, and they kept it in the movie,
What?
edited the footage, made it even more dramatic. Talk about commitment.
Jesus. Okay, so we've talked about the spectacle, the broken bones, but let's not forget Ben-Hur's based on a book.
A novel. 550 pages. A goddamn doorstop.
And it went through more rewrites than a Hollywood starlet's face.
One of the writers was Gore Vidal, the sharpest wit in the business.
Oh yeah, Gore Vidal, that guy was a savage. Didn't give a fuck.
So Vidal later claimed he snuck something into the script.
Oh, what'd he do?
A homoerotic subtext between Ben-Hur and his Roman rival, Messala.
You're kidding me.
Apparently Heston didn't know, but Vidal told Stephen Boyd, who played Messala, to play it like a spurned lover.
Holy shit. Can you imagine if that had gotten out back then?
It would have been a scandal.
Heston's head would have exploded.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got homoerotic subtext. What else?
Well, this film was cutting edge for its time, technically. They used this new widescreen process, MGM Camera 65, crystal clear images.
Wow.
But a bitch to edit.
Really?
The detail they captured was insane for that era.
So they were pushing the boundaries.
Oh, yeah. And the score, over 2 hours long, one of the greatest film scores ever written, influenced a whole generation of composers.
Damn. They didn't just want to make a movie. They wanted to create an experience.
They wanted to blow people's minds. And they did.
Ben-Hur was a massive hit, saved MGM's ass, became the second highest grossing film ever. At the time,
It won a record 11 Oscars.
Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, the whole enchilada.
It was a critical darling. A box office behemoth, epic scale, intense drama, groundbreaking visuals, haunting score.
Ben-Hur had it all. It wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural event.
A phenomenon.
All right, so we've covered the basics, the making of this cinematic masterpiece. But now, let's get down and dirty.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's talk about the historical accuracy, or lack thereof.
Buckle up. It's about to get bumpy. So let's talk turkey about this historical accuracy thing.
Yeah, because we all know Hollywood loves to play fast and loose with the facts.
Exactly, and Ben-Hur, no exception.
No shit. We're talking about a movie where a leper colony gets cured by a rainstorm.
Yeah, it's not exactly a documentary.
Or like historical fan fiction.
Well, the movie's based on a novel, Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ, written in 1880 by Lew Wallace, Civil War general turned author.
So basically, they took a fictionalized story and added more bullshit.
Pretty much. They amped up the spectacle, the drama, the romance,
All that good stuff.
to create this epic, crowd-pleasing extravaganza, but they kind of glossed over the complexities of Roman Judea.
It's like turning a tapestry into a paint by numbers.
Right.
So give us the juicy details. What historical inaccuracies are we talking about?
Well, for starters, the film paints this black and white picture of Romans as evil oppressors and Jews as the righteous underdog.
Classic Hollywood.
It's simplistic. It ignores the nuances of their relationship.
So it wasn't just good versus evil.
No. There were Jews who collaborated with the Romans and Romans who sympathized with the Jewish cause. It was messy, complicated.
Not a Hollywood fairy tale.
Exactly. And then there's the issue of slavery. Ben-Hur shows us the brutality of Roman slavery in those galley scenes, but it doesn't delve into the economic and social realities.
Yeah, they make it seem like JudahBenHur is some innocent dude wrongly accused.
Yeah.
But slavery was kind of the backbone of the Roman economy, right?
You got it. The film simplifies it for dramatic effect, but Roman slavery was far more pervasive and complex. It was a system deeply ingrained in their society.
So basically, we're watching a Hollywood version of history.
Right. It's entertainment, not a history lesson.
A historical choose-your-own-adventure.
But it does capture the spirit of the times, the tension between Rome and Judea, the rise of Christianity. It's like a historical snapshot, even if the colors are exaggerated.
And they definitely milk that whole Jesus storyline. He's like this silent, mysterious figure lurking in the background.
Well, remember, the original novel was called Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ. The story parallels the life of Jesus with Ben-Hur's journey, mirroring the Christian narrative. They toned it down for the film, but the religious themes are still there.
And let's be real, that chariot race is a metaphor, right? It's not just about two dudes trying to kill each other.
Exactly. It's a visual representation of Ben-Hur's inner struggle, his fight to overcome hatred and embrace forgiveness. It's also a symbol of the clash between Rome and Judea paganism and Christianity.
So you're saying that even though Ben-Hur plays fast and loose with history, it still has some deeper meaning?
Absolutely. It's a story about revenge, redemption, and the power of faith. Those themes resonate regardless of historical accuracy. Plus, that chariot race is still fucking awesome.
Amen to that. So where does that leave us? Is Ben-Hur worth watching, even if it's not a perfect historical document?
Hell yeah. It's a classic. It's got everything. Epic scope, intense drama, groundbreaking visuals, a haunting score. Just don't take it as a history lesson.
All right, you heard the man. Watch Ben-Hur for the spectacle, the drama, and the sheer audacity of it all. But don't expect a PhD in Roman history.
Okay.
Okay, before we wrap up this historical deep dive, I gotta ask, what about the legacy of this film? I mean, it was a massive hit, but has it stood the test of time?
Ben-Hur is more than just a movie. It's a cultural touchstone. It's been referenced, parodied, and imitated countless times.
It's like part of our cinematic DNA.
And its impact on filmmaking. The chariot race, the widescreen format, the epic score, Ben-Hur pushed the boundaries. It's like the granddaddy of all those big-budget spectacles we see today.
So it's like the OG blockbuster.
You could say that Ben-Hur showed the world what was possible. It's a reminder that even in the age of CGI, a well-told story can still captivate audiences.
And no one's going to top that chariot race. It's like the holy grail of action sequences.
It's a testament to the skill of those filmmakers. It's a scene that will forever be etched in cinematic history, a reminder of what can be achieved when creativity and craftsmanship collide.
Okay, final thoughts before we move on. Why should someone watch Ben-Hur in 2024? Give us the elevator pitch.
Ben-Hur is a timeless tale of revenge, redemption, and the power of faith. It's a visual feast, a cinematic roller coaster, and a reminder of the magic of movies. It's a film that will stay with you, prompting reflection, discussion, and maybe even a newfound appreciation for filmmaking. All right, let's talk about the cultural impact of this movie. It didn't just influence other films. It, infiltrated pop culture, advertising, music, even politics.
What, are you saying politicians were quoting Ben-Hur in their speeches?
Yeah.
That's some next-level bullshit.
Not directly, but the themes of the film, you know? The underdog rising against the powerful, the fight for freedom and justice.
Yeah.
Those ideas resonate, especially in times of social upheaval.
It's like Ben-Hur provides a blueprint for rebellion.
A cinematic call to arms.
So Ben-Hur is like a secret weapon for revolutionaries. Give me liberty, or give me a chariot race. I can see it now, protesters storming the Capitol on chariots, armed with whips and torches.
Not quite, but you get the idea. The film's themes are timeless, universal.
They can be applied to anything.
From political protests to personal struggles.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The chariot race. It's got to have inspired a million imitations.
Absolutely. From Star Wars pod races to Gladiator, the influence is undeniable.
Yeah, it's like the blueprint for epic action sequences, the kind that make you forget to breathe.
A masterclass in tension and spectacle.
Pure cinematic adrenaline.
And it wasn't just the stunts, the editing, the pacing, the use of slow motion.
Ben-Hur showed filmmakers how to create drama with action.
To tell a story through movement, they elevated the action sequence to an art form.
A ballet of destruction.
Exactly.
So where else can we see the influence of Ben-Hur, besides the obvious action movie ripoffs?
Oh, it's everywhere. The film's imagery has been used in advertising for cars, cologne, you name it.
No shit.
The music has been sampled in hip-hop tracks used in video games. There's even a Ben-Hur stage show touring the world.
Wow.
It's like the movie's DNA is everywhere.
And let's not forget the parodies.
Oh, yeah.
Monty Python, Mel Brooks, The Simpsons.
Yeah.
They've all taken a shot at Ben-Hur.
It's a sign of the film's cultural staying power. When something becomes so ingrained in our consciousness, it's ripe for satire.
It means people are still thinking about it.
Finding new ways to appreciate it, even if it's through laughter.
So what's the takeaway here? Why is Ben-Hur so damn influential?
It's a combination of factors. The epic scale, the timeless themes, the groundbreaking visuals, the unforgettable characters. It all comes together to create an experience that transcends time.
It's a story that speaks to something deep down inside us.
Our desire for freedom, justice, and maybe a little revenge.
So, final word. Is Ben-Hur a masterpiece? A historical train wreck? Or just a really entertaining piece of Hollywood bullshit?
Ben-Hur is more than just a movie. It's a cultural phenomenon. It continues to inspire, entertain, and provoke. It's a reminder of the power of storytelling, the magic of cinema.
It's a film that deserves to be seen and discussed.
Even if it's just to argue about the historical accuracy of the chariot race.
And that's a wrap, folks. We've dissected Ben-Hur from every angle. The making of the historical accuracy, the cultural impact. We've laughed, we've cried, we've probably offended a few history buffs along the way. But that's what makes the deep dive so goddamn entertaining. So go watch Ben-Hur, you magnificent bastards, and until next time, keep diving deep.